Hi everybody, welcome back to bus stop number 3 on the road to wheel pose. So today we are going to explore bow pose, and we're going to explore it in a couple of different ways. For those of us who may not be able to reach back and grab our ankles, which is a super big challenge for me. A lot of that challenge for me is in the upper shoulder part. So of course, some of this will be repetitive from class 1 and 2 because we're still making those shapes in the body, but this time we're going to start with standing. So I'm going to invite Kelly, who's helping me out today, to the top of her mat, and we're going to do a little bit of a traditional sun salute just to mix it up a bit. And let's take our feet about 2 fists width apart, or about the width of a block, and let's root down through our feet and expand out on the mat. So I like to push down and push wide, because what ends up happening is we fire up the muscles of the legs and it keeps us from locking out the knees. So let's go ahead and take our hands to our waist just to start, and like lift out of the roof of your mouth. Not like lift out of the roof of your mouth, just lift out of the roof of your mouth. And take the shoulder blades onto the back so the heart is open, and then you can release your hands down by your sides and stand in Tadasana. And I call this power posing. Standing in Tadasana is the most powerful pose. You're open, you're breathing, you're connected. So go ahead and close your eyes and begin by feeling your feet. Feel the power of your legs. Give yourself a gentle hug by just drawing your tummy in a little bit. So just a little squeeze in the center of your body, a loving squeeze in the center of your body. And you're thinking about just holding like a tiny clementine between your shoulder blades so that the heart is open, and just be here in your breath. So this is where you can begin to set your breathing. So if you're going to choose to use your natural breath, equal inhales to equal exhalations are really helpful. If you're going to breathe in Ujjayi, then take it away and do your victorious breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, exhaling, getting settled, finding your breath. Let's inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. Exhale, fold and reach the arms straight back behind you. Maybe lace the fingertips together if you like, or keep the arms open if you find that your shoulders are tight. You can also always rest your hands at your sacrum. Beautiful. Exhale, release the fingertips to the floor. Take a little half lift here. Bend the knees, lift the heart forward. Yes, stay right here. So now, her knees are slightly bent. You'll notice that her back is nice and flat, and she's lifting from her bottom, what we call the gluteal fold, where the thigh meets the bottom. So we're pressing that outward when we do our half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Go ahead and grab your right elbow or your right wrist with your left hand, and then crescent over to the left. Good, back through center. And let's do the second side. Right hand grabs left wrist and crescent to the right. Inhale, reach up, and then we're gonna do a little shoulder opening. So exhale, reach back behind you, opening the shoulders. And then inhale, you're gonna circle your arms all the way around. So when you come up, circle them up and around, and then palms together, hands through heart center. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, reach them back behind you. Good. So Kelly's got a ton of flexibility, so that's how come she can reach her arms so far forward. If you don't get there, that's quite all right. Inhale, reach all the way up and around. Good, all the way around. And up, palms together. So we're in a little bit of a back bend here. So extend your arms up here, press down through your feet, hug the center, take the low ribs back a little bit, and yeah, take a little back bend here. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, reach behind you, opening the shoulders. Good. Inhale, circle your arms up and around. All the way, yes. Palms together at the top, back bend. Root down through the floor, pelvic floor lifts up, low ribs lift back. Curl the shoulders back, and now this time, take the hands behind the head, elbows out wide, and just open up through the chest. I love that, yes, beautiful. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Good, opening the shoulders. One more time, inhale, all the way around. Big circle with the arms, good. Palms together, standing back bend. Good, root down through the floor, pushing down and wide, hugging through the center, low ribs back, chest open. Now bring the hands behind the head. Maybe you bring the base of the thumbs to the back of the head and you open up as much as you can. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. So we'll do a little sun salute here. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold, reach back behind you. Inhale, let's take a chair pose here. Good. Exhale, let's fold, reach behind you. Inhale, circle your arms up and around, big circle. Big circle. Palms together at the top, back bend, hands behind the head, open. Beautiful. Exhale, fold, touch the earth. Step your right leg back to a lunge. You can take your knee down if you like here. Left leg back to down dog or table. Pick your pose. Good. If you're doing table, cat-cow here. If you're in down dog, forward to plank. Exhale, either lower down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Choose your pose. Good. Either up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Beautiful. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, circle your arms high to the sky. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up, big breath. Exhale, fold, reach back behind you. Good. Inhale, circle the arms up and around, up and around, up and around, up and around. Reach up. Good. Hands down behind the head. Beautiful. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. We mixed it up here a little bit. Good. Exhale, fold. Step back, left foot lunge. Right foot downward facing dog or table pose, whatever you like. Inhale, forward to top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, roll through to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. And now walk your hands back towards your feet. And remember, this may be going a little bit fast for you, but you can always take it at your own pace and meet us back at the front of the mat whenever you're ready. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center and walk to the top of your mat. So keeping in mind that everybody's breath flows at a different pace, you may be slightly behind us or slightly ahead of us. And the beauty with practicing online is that it doesn't matter. You're not here to keep up with us. Always work at your own pace. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold, reach back behind you. Inhale, this time we'll add chair right here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms up and around. Come all the way up and around. Yes, big circle, big circle. And then palms together, look up. Hands behind the head, open, standing back bend. Good. Inhale, reach back up again. Exhale, touch the floor on your forward fold. Right leg back to a lunge, up or down. Left leg back to down dog. Perfect. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down any way you want. So if you chose tabletop, you're doing your cat-cow here, right? Exhale, back to tabletop or down dog. And then meet us back in forward fold by walking your hands back towards your knees or your feet. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, lace the fingertips together, push the heels of the hands up toward the sky. So you're just gonna stretch it out. Oof. And then bring the hands through heart center and walk to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Find yourself here, catch your breath. If you're catching up with us, we'll just pause here for a moment. Find your breath, find your way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, reach back behind you. Good. Now fold and reach back. Beautiful. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale and fold again, reach back behind you. Inhale, circle your arms up and around, all the way up. Good. Palms together over top. Bring the hands to the back of the head. Open the chest. Beautiful. Good. Exhale, fold, fingertips come to the floor. Good. Step back with your left foot, lunge. Right foot, down dog. Good. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down any way you like. Good. Roll through either to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, your arms high to the sky. Lace the fingertips together, push the heels of the hands toward the sky, lean to the right a little bit. Come back through center, lean to the left. Back through center, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center, walk to the top of your mat. Good. Find your breath, catch up with us here. Come to your power pose position in Tadasana or mountain pose. Root down through your feet. Feel your breath through your body. Inhale, reach high to the sky. Exhale, fold, reach back behind you. Good. Inhale, chair pose here. We're going to get creative here. So stay here in chair pose. If you want more sensation, you can do what we call a power chair. I borrowed this from Kat right here on this site. Sit a little bit lower and then like push your arms away. This is power chair. Good. Exhale, fold forward, touch the earth. Step your right foot back and bring your knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. You can sink into that. And then finding your breath here, reach back with your right hand and either touch your waist, your calf, or the floor, maybe even your heel. Opening up. Good, beautiful. Rotating the chest forward, getting a little bit deeper into the pose here. So you can pause here for as long as feels comfortable. Did you see she got a little bit deeper so you can play with that? Beautiful. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Tabletop is also an option here. Child's pose or puppy pose is also an option here. Inhale forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down any way you like. This time, staying down, lace the fingertips behind the low back, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the heart. Good. Stay here, find your breath. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart. Good. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the heart, hold. And now pressing down through the pubis, pulling up your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. See if you can lift the legs now. And now see if you can just bend the knees. Just stay right here, bend the knees. Beautiful. Exhale and release down. Take a little bit of a break. Hands down by the sides. You can also stack your forearms and place your forehead on your hands. Take a little break. Play catch up. And again, figure out where this works in your body. So maybe it's just lifting the upper body. Maybe it's just lifting the lower body. Maybe you're ready to lift both. But remember, you get to do this at your own pace, right? So take a moment. Take a deep breath in. Let's try that again. Exhale, release the hands either down by the side, so you're just reaching back towards your feet. Pull the head of the arm bones back so the shoulder blades come together. Now just lift the upper body and notice what that's like. Okay, so this might be where you are. Stay here. Now if you're feeling it, hug the legs together, Mula Bandha, lift the bottom part of the body. All right, now maybe bend the knees and just reach back. Don't touch your feet if we're just reaching back, okay? Just notice what that's like. Good. Exhale and release and take a pause. So you can stack your stack your forearms. You can just keep your hands by your sides, but just find that spot. Find that, what I like to call the sweet spot for yourself. Good. And now when you're ready, plant your hands. Make your way back to either tabletop or down dog. Good. If you're in tabletop, this is your opportunity for cat-cow or spinal balance, which we've done in previous videos. Or if you're in down dog, just pedal your feet out, maybe move your head around, feel where you are, catch your breath, find out where you're working from. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way to forward fold by walking our hands back toward our feet. So I'm always constantly doing this because we're trying to stretch out that back body, right? Because we're bending it a lot, so we also have to stretch it a lot. Inhale, reach all the way up. Lace the fingertips together, push the heels of the hands to the sky, lengthen. Good, and then exhale, bring your hands through heart center and walk to the top of your mat. Good. Find your breath. And find mountain pose. Okay, so catch your breath, take your time. Good. Inhale, reach high to the sky. Exhale and fold, reach straight back behind you. Good. Inhale, chair pose. And then there's the option for power chair, and it is an option. So figure out where you want to be. Right? Hands at heart center, arms out in front, arms behind. Just figure out where you want to be. Good. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, come to a forward fold. Left leg back, left knee to the earth. Good. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach all the way up to the sky. Good. Breathe. Stay here for the first option. Now you can either bring your left hand to your waist, your low back, the back of your thigh, or all the way back to your calf or heel. Now sink a little deeper into that front knee. This is the whole front of the body we're opening. Rotate your chest open and then stretch back. Beautiful. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Notice how close we are to the shape of our wheel pose. Beautiful. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. You can cartwheel them, you can windmill them, whatever you like. And now press back either to down dog, table, child's pose, puppy pose, and just pedal your feet out if you're in down dog, cat cow, spinal balance. Move here, maybe even Sasha Fierce if you like. Just kind of move your head around, catch your breath, do what you need to do. And now inhale when you're ready and come forward either to top of a push-up or tabletop position. And then you can roll through or stay in tabletop, lowering down, coming into cobra. And let's just come all the way down onto the belly. Good. Lacing the fingertips behind the low back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Exhale, lowering. And then lifting the legs only. Inhale, lift the legs. Good, and lower. Now let's take a little pause here. Bring your hands down by your sides or stack your palms underneath you. Readjust if you need to readjust. So now we're gonna move into bow pose. I'm gonna give you a couple of options in bow pose. For me, reaching back and grabbing my foot doesn't ever work for me. So what I like to do in order to facilitate that for myself is that I make a loop with 2 straps. And now I'm going to place the loop around Kelly's right foot. So I'm going to touch you, Kelly, if that's okay. And then I'm going to bring the loop up and alongside Kelly. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep the loop. Sometimes it's necessary just to make a smaller loop. And you're going to pre-loop this before you do this in your own practice. And then I'm going to create a loop using the strap for the other side. So this is for those of us who cannot reach back and grab our feet. And there's a couple of reasons why this might happen. It may be that you have tight shoulders. It may be that your arms are not necessarily in the right proportion, and I shouldn't say right, there's no right or correct proportion, but just aren't proportional to your legs, right? So that's what happens, you know. So then we'll loop it around the left side and I bring the strap up. Okay, so what's gonna happen, Kelly, is you are gonna reach back this way and grab the strap. So you're gonna reach, yeah. Yes. So you see what she did? She just wrapped them around and over. Now, you're gonna kind of just adjust your hands so that you can find the right tension. Now bend your knees, okay, and now you'll have to find the right tension by just kind of pulling up, yes. And then push down through your pubic bone, lift up, and you're gonna pull up. Yeah, you can even lift your arms if it feels right. You can make the, yes. So that's as close as some of us will get to bow pose. So you can even make the straps a little bit tighter if you like. You can bring your elbows forward. Good. So this might be where some of us land in bow pose. So you can kind of experiment with how this feels. You can still see we have the same shape of the back bend. Good. Go ahead and release down. And then let's try for bow pose, but we'll do it one at a time. So go ahead and reach back. Actually bend your right knee, bring your heel to your butt, reach back with your right hand. And now reach your left arm forward, push your pubic bone into the earth, and now lift up. Kick the foot into the hand, hand into the foot. So that might be the option that you choose. Good. Exhale, release. Let's do the second side. You can take a break in between if you like. And now bend the left leg, reach back, grab a hold of the ankle, the foot, the pants, whatever you can. Right arm extends out in front. You can press it into the floor, kick the foot in the hand, hand into the foot. Good. And release. And now maybe we try both legs. So now bend both knees, heel to the butt, reach back, grab a hold of the ankles, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push down through the pubic bone, inhale, lift up, kicking the feet into the hand into the feet. So what would happen if we flip this upside down? Could it be wheel? Possibly. But this is also a pretty big back bend called bow pose or Dandasana. Good. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Take a little rest here. So just catch your breath here. Take a deep breath in, and let's play with one more variation. So bend your right knee, bring your heel to your butt, reach back with your right hand, and now roll to your left side, pulling your heel into your butt. Good. So this is another option that you can do for a little bit of a back bend if bow pose is not available to you. Inhale, come back through center. Release the bind, come back onto your belly, and do the second side. So left heel, reach back. You can stay here, push your pubic bone into the mat, lift up. Yeah, you can stay here, or you can roll onto the right side. And I just put my arm in an L and just find where it feels. You don't have to go all the way over unless that feels good to you, but you can play with that. Beautiful. See the shape? Very much like wheel. Exhale and release. Nice job. And let's rest here for a moment. Now, if you find that doing these back bends gives you pause in your hips, like your low back is like, I'm not really feeling this, what you can do is roll a blanket into a little roll, and then I'm gonna have you come up into table pose for me, and place this right across your hip bone. So you'll have to adjust this, Kelly, to find where the hip bone is. You can take like a little restorative break here if your back is like, wow, that was a lot of bending, right? So it just minimizes or makes the curve a little bit less here, so it gives you a little bit of a stretch. So sometimes when I've done a lot of back bending, like in prepping for wheel, I'll come to this restorative place right here. So you can give yourself a little restorative break at the end of your back bending, and sometimes placing a blanket underneath your hips can be really helpful here. You can also do a back bend keeping the hips supported. So Kelly, if you bend your right knee, bring your heel to your bottom, and then reach back with your left or your right hand, this sometimes is helpful if you have a big curve in your back, if you have a very like lordotic spine, which means you have a very pronounced curve back there. So kick the foot into the hand into the foot, and lift. So sometimes that can be a little bit more therapeutic in your back bend. It can feel a little bit more comfortable to do it under a supported hip. You can release and do the second side when you're ready. You can bend the left knee and reach back with the left hand. So that's a nice alternative as well. Do you want to try doing it with both? Do you think both might be interesting? Sometimes it might rock you forward a little bit when you lift up. See how she rocks forward slightly? That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just different. Exhale and release. Nice job on the bow pose. And take a few moments here to breathe. And because we did such a big back bend, we want to stretch out the back. So you can either come to cat-cow pose, child's pose, or down dog. So you can pick whichever pose feels right for you, Kelly, at this point. Good. So she's going to choose a down dog, and just maybe walk your feet out. Maybe shake your hips a little bit, maybe pedal your feet a little bit. Just notice. Good. And when you're ready, lower onto your knees and make your way onto your back. Good. Drawing the knees into the heart when you're ready, giving yourself a hug. We just want to stretch out all the back bending that we did. So making sure when you're doing any kind of back bending that you do a little bit of you do like equal amounts of forward bending so that your body can get a little bit of a break. You can bring your toes up to the sky. This is one of my favorite forward bends. This is like a reclining forward bend. Pulling the thighs toward the body, lifting the forehead up toward the knees. So if you flip this the other way, this would be a forward fold, right? Good. And now exhale, release down, plant the feet. Good. And then tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Just notice how you feel here. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. And let both knees fall together. Now, let both knees fall to the right, just like a windshield wiper. So come back to wide, yeah. Let your knee, and then keep your feet where they are. Perfect. Now reach your arms up overhead if you like, and just notice. This is a great stretch for the groin or the psoas muscle, the front of the hip. And if you want more intensity in this pose, you can take your right foot or your right heel and rest it on top of your left thigh. So this takes it right to the next level. So ask yourself, how much sensation do I really need? But if you notice, this is the whole front of the body that we're stretching, which again is what we're working towards in wheel pose. So we also want to be able to have that kind of movement and flexibility, and we want to see where it's at. And these are great ways to see where your flexibility is at. Inhale back through center. And let's do the second side. Let your knees fall to the left. And then if you're feeling it, again, ask yourself how much sensation I want. If you want more sensation here, then you can cross over. You okay, Kelly? Okay. A lot of back bending. And then when you're ready, you can make your way to your final rest pose. So it might be seated, it might be savasana, it might be laying on your side. So wherever you can find stillness for a few moments, just close your eyes and come back to your natural breath and just allow yourself to sink down into the mat, because you did do quite a bit of work today on the road to wheel. So coming back to your breath, relaxing your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, letting everything grow really heavy. I want to thank you for joining us. This, the third stop on the road to wheel. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.